Good morning, children. How are you guys doing today? Are you ready for room time? Great. Grab a chair and let's get started. Who can tell me what day today is? Very good. Happy Monday, guys. Monday is the first day of the week, and it always comes after the weekend. Did you guys have a good weekend? I hope you guys all spoiled your mummies on Sunday because Sunday was, yes, Mother's Day. So, let's begin. If today is Monday, yesterday was Sunday, and tomorrow will be Tuesday. You guys are too clever. And can you remember how to count to 30? Great, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You are just too clever. And 30 is 3 times 10 or 6 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Very good. And can you still remember your ABCs? Are you sure? Let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, X, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Wow! Let's quickly do our ABC song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you sing with me? And who knows which month we're currently in? Very good. We are in May, and May is the 5th month of the year. How many months do you get in 1 year? Yes, you get 12 months in 1 year. Can you name the months of the year? We have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then you start right back at January. By looking around me, what do you think our theme for this week's going to be? Yes, our theme for this week is going to be the human body. Oh, I love the human body. There's so much that we can learn about it, and our bodies are absolutely amazing and precious. And this is Mr. Skeleton. And he's going to help me teach you guys about the human body. Look at how amazing our body looks on the inside. But first, let's see what I can teach you guys about the human body. Our amazing body. Our bodies are really amazing. They are much more complicated than a machine and can do the most incredible things. Our bodies are made of millions and millions of tiny cells. They join up to make all the parts of your body and keep it moving. Thinking, talking, muscles, and much, much more. Our bodies bend. 2/3 of your bodies is also made out of water. Wow. The mucus in your nose germs out of your body. You use about 17 muscles to smile, but it takes 43 to frown. Wow, isn't that interesting? So now you're going to use 17 muscles to smile, but frowning takes 43 muscles. Wow. How cool is our body? So today I will be teaching you guys about the bones in our bodies. The bones on the inside of our bodies are called a skeleton. And this is what our skeleton looks like. Babies, when they are born, have 300 bones, but by the time you reach the age of 16, you will have about 206. That's not because you lose any of your bones or they fall out. No, it's just because they start growing together. When you're a baby, your body needs space to grow. But when you're older, you won't need to grow anymore, and then they can become sturdy. Wow, isn't that amazing? So, under our skin, we have the 206 bones, which we call our skeleton. Our skeleton protects our important body parts. Our head is called the skull. Can you think of a body part that the skull protects? Very good, our brains. Our brains are super, super, super important. So we have a very hard bone wrapped around it to protect it. Next, we have our rib cage. Can you think about what goes in your rib cage? Feel your body. What do you think is in there? You have 2 lungs and your heart, which is also very, very important. We can't live without our lungs or our heart. Next up, we have our spine. And this here is our spine. This is made of 33 small bones, and they all together make your spine. And they start right from the top where your brain is all the way to your bottom here. And that's also very important because your spine sends a lot of messages to your body on how they need to work. Let's see what else we can learn about our skull today. Skeleton bones. Your body contains more than 200 bones. They are all connected. So all of your bones, like our little skeleton man that is in our arts and craft package, they are all connected, and we need each and every one of them to be able to move. Skeleton holds up your body. You would be a floppy jumble of skin and organs without it. Bigger bones also do other jobs, such as protect your organs and using bone marrow to make blood. The lower leg bones are the tibia and fibula, and that is what they look like. So your lower leg bones are the tibia and fibula bones. Your skull holds your brain. The scuttle are the points of the bones that we call shoulder blades. Half of all your bones are in your hands. So, an interesting fact is that there are 27 bones in each of your hands and 26 bones in your foot. Wow, isn't that interesting? Can you believe that we have so many bones in our hands and feet? The rib cage protects your lungs and heart. The femur's 5 bones are the largest bones in your body. The spine contains 33 round ball bones called the vertebrae. The smallest bone in the body is your ear. Wow, so this is the smallest, but also when you feel it, It's also a squishy bone. It's not hard and sturdy like your hands or your head. There are 52 bones in both your feet altogether. Next, we're going to have a look at what my big I Wonder Why book says about our skeleton. Your bones are partly made of hard, stony stuff called calcium. But unlike stone, they are alive. They get bigger as you grow up. Wow, so our body needs calcium to make big and strong bones. But our bones are also sort of alive because they grow. What is my funny bone? The funny thing about your funny bone is that it isn't a bone at all. It's a nerve that runs just under your skin over each elbow. If you bang your elbow, the nerve is banged too. It sends a message to your brain and you feel a pain. Wow! So, your funny bone isn't actually a bone at all. It's part of your nervous system. Although your skull is made of lots of bones, most of them are fixed together. Only your jawbone moves. So out of your skull, this is the only part of your skull that can move. The rest of it is hard and sturdy and all joined together. But remember, even though your jaw can move, all of our bones are connected. I'm going to quickly show you guys a video about your skeleton. Then we'll go and have a look at what teacher Sally has to say.
Stem, bone, stem, dancing bone, stem, bone, stem, dancing bone, stem, bone, stem, dancing bones, doing the skeleton dance.
The foot bone's connected to the leg bone's connected to the knee bone's connected to the thigh bone, doing the skeleton dance. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone's connected to the backbone's connected to the neck bone, doing the skeleton dance. Shake your hands to the left, shake your hands to the right, put your hands in the air, put your hands out of sight. Shake your hands to the left, shake your hands to the right, put your hands in the air.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle your knees.
Dim bones, dim bones, dim, dancing bones, dim bones, dim bones, dim, dancing bones, dim bones, dim bones, dim, dancing bones, doing the skeleton dance.
Good morning, guys. Teacher Sal here again. How are you all doing? I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I have. The weather's been lovely. It's been so warm. The sun's been shining bright. It's been so nice to be outside. I hope you've all had a good weekend and you've spent some time outside. So, what day of the week is today? Today is Monday. And today is the first day of the week. And how many days do we have in a week? 7. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That makes 7 days. 7 days in the week. And what normally happens on a Monday at school? Normally on a Monday, we go back to school. It's the first day of the week. Mums and dads go to work, and we normally start with a new theme, something new to learn about. And that's what we are going to do today. So, can anybody guess, just having a look at what's next to me, what you think we are going to be learning about? We're going to be learning about our body and how our body works. Now, Mr. Skeleton is just going to stay safely on the floor there, and he's going to watch the lesson too. So Teacher Sal is going to teach you about our senses. Now, we have 5 senses in our body. So we have our nose. What do we use our nose for? We use our nose to smell. We have our mouth. We use our mouth to taste things, more specifically our tongue. Our hand, we have our hand to touch things, a sense of touch. And we have our ear, we use our ears to listen to. That is your sense of hearing. And then we have our eye. Our eye is to our sense of sight, to be able to see. So the 5 things are your sense of smell from your nose, sense of touch from your hand, sense of taste from your mouth, sense of hearing from your ear, and sense of sight from your eye. So I'm going to specifically speak to you guys about your sense of taste and your sense of touch and feel. So if we talk about our sense of taste, what is that? That is your tongue. And on our tongue, we have its salivary glands that helps us taste. So on various parts of your tongue is where you taste different types of things. So you taste salty things, sweet things, sour things, and bitter things. And we'll talk more about that now. So if we talk about taste, your tongue and your nose are organs that bring you smells and bring you tastes. Using them to enjoy a good smell and taste a cup of hot chocolate, but also to smell the stink of old socks. Tasting. When you eat cake, you can taste the sweetness. If food is cooked with too much salt, you can taste it. And what is that? That makes things a bit sour or a bit bitter. Actually, if you drink lemon juice, it's almost, you get like a sharpness on your tongue, and that is bitter. And sometimes if you take medicine you might not like, it's often very bitter. It tastes bitter. That you know that you have 10,000 taste buds, small bumps on the surface of your tongue. Those are your different taste buds, and these small bumps help you to taste food. Okay, so let's have a look at what Teacher Sal's got to show you. So here is your mouth. There are your lips, and there is your tongue. And your tongue, remember, has all the taste buds. And some things you taste are sweet, some are sour. So now what I'm going to show you, they're very small, and I will try and bring it close for you to see. Does anybody know what that is? That is a watermelon. Do you think that is sweet, or is it sour, or is it bitter? I think watermelon is quite sweet. It's nice and juicy. It tastes sweet. What about an ice cream? An ice cream, number 1, is cold when you eat it, but it's also very sweet and tasty, isn't it? Who likes ice cream? I know I do. Then we have chips, hot chips. Does anybody know what that would be? That would be salty. So it would be salty. Not bitter, but it would taste salty on your tongue. And then we have coffee. Hot coffee. So coffee would be hot in your mouth, and for some of you it may be a bit bitter. And then, what is this? This is a lemon. Now, a lemon can taste very bitter. When you first bite into it, it gives a funny sort of sensation in your tongue. And you sort of shake your head a bit when you have a lemon, don't you? That is quite bitter. And then I have a picture of a strawberry. A strawberry can be very sweet and very juicy. And then I have a picture of an orange. Now, an orange can be sweet, and sometimes if it's not quite ready, it can also be a little bit bitter. And then I have a picture of an apple. What do you think an apple tastes like? An apple, I think, can be sweet, but it can also be a bit sour, can't it? Some apples are more sour than others. And then I've got a picture of a donut. What do you think a donut tastes like? Is it sweet or is it sour? I think it's very sweet and extremely delicious. So that is our tongue. We use our tongue, our mouth, to taste. And how many taste buds did I say that we have on our tongue, those little bumps? 10,000. That's a lot of taste buds, isn't it? So I thought I'd do a quick song, just something fun to do. Teacher Sal made her own little ice cream. I just cut out some paper and cut out some little colored pieces of paper to make my very own ice cream. So let's go. This is the way I lick my ice cream, taste my ice cream, taste my ice cream. This is the way I lick my ice cream on a sunny day. This is the way I lick my ice cream, taste my ice cream, lick my ice cream. This is the way I taste my ice cream on a summer's day. And it's very, very nice, but also cold. Okay, guys. So now what I thought we would do is our sense of touch. And on our sense of touch, we use our hand. Our hand helps us to feel and to touch things. So let me just quickly find our information on touch. So how do we feel? We feel and touch things through our skin on our body. If you close your eyes and touch an object with your hand, you'll know if it's smooth as velvet or rough as sandpaper, or hard as a rock or soft as a pillow. The information for you touching and feeling things comes through the organ, which is your skin. And do you know the skin is the largest organ of your entire body? And your skin has the sense of touch. So it's the same also sense of touch if you fall and you scrape your knee. You've touched the ground, you've touched something and it feels sore, doesn't it? You get like a sharp sensation, a sharp pain. That's all part of touching and feeling. So what I want to show you, Teacher Sal has got different things for us to touch and feel. So something rough. So I've got something rough here, a branch from one of my trees. And if you touch it with your hands, it does feel rough, doesn't it? Feels a bit prickly from the twigs and the branch is quite rough. Then I've got something hard, but it can also be rough. This is a stone for my garden. If you touch that and rub it with your hand, it is rough and it is hard. And if I throw it hard to somewhere, it could hurt somebody, couldn't it? Or even could even break a window. And then I've got something that is bumpy. Teacher Sal's got a little ornament. It's actually got my name on. These are little beads, and these beads around the heart, if you feel them, are bumpy. So things that you feel can also be bumpy. Then I've got something that is smooth. I'm sure you use body cream. So this is cocoa butter. It smells nice. If I rub it on my hand, it feels so smooth and so soft, and it smells so nice. Something else that is very smooth, if you find it in your garden, they can be rough, but these are very smooth. I've got some leaves from my garden, and if I touch them, they are very soft and very smooth. So, what I thought we could do is learn a new song about our senses. So we'll first start with the sense of taste. Okay. We use our songs to taste. We use our tongues to taste. We use our tongues to taste. We use our tongues to taste. We taste flavors of our food. We use our ears to hear. We use our ears to hear. We hear the noises loud and soft. We use our ears to hear. We use our eyes to see. We use our eyes to see. We see all the colors around. We use our eyes to see. We use our noses to smell. We use our noses to smell. We smell flowers and perfume. We use our noses to smell. We use our hands to touch. We use our hands to touch. We touch both smooth and we touch rough. We use our hands to touch. Lots and lots of fun. Isn't that, guys? I'm going to try and quickly show you Mr. Skeleton. The only thing is I don't have his whole body, but I've got to be very careful. So we know, if you have a look, there's Mr. Skeleton's face, just like yours. All the bones and the eyes, and here is your rib cage. That protects all the organs in your body. You've got lungs and you've got a heart to breathe and other organs as well. But during the course of the week, when we go through our theme, we will learn more about our body. Well, guys, I've had lots of fun teaching you today. I hope you've learned something. Have a wonderful Monday afternoon. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks, Teacher Sal. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Today's book is going to be Giant Postman. Chapter 1. He's coming! Screamed the little girl. He's coming! Shouted an ice cream man. He's coming! Shouted a window cleaner. Children dropped their school bags and ran. Shoppers dropped their shopping and ran. Joggers stopped their jogging and ran. Soon the street was empty. It was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. There was a loud thump, 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 and another thump, thump, thump. Great big boots cracked the pavements. Great big boots shook the houses. Behind closed curtains, people shivered with fear. Please don't have any post for us, they whispered. Thump, thump, thump. The giant postman was coming. Chapter 2. Billy and his mum lived at number 24. Get under the table, screamed Billy's mum. But Billy stood at the window and watched the giant postman stumping from door to door. Thump, thump, thump. The giant postman was right outside Billy's house. Bang, bang, bang. He bashed on the door. I've got a parcel for you, he bellowed. Just leave it outside, please, called Billy's mum. Oh no, replied the giant postman. I don't want it to be stolen. Bang, bang, bang. Billy quickly opened the door and hid behind it. Oh, bellowed the giant postman, and he dropped the parcel on the floor. Then he stomped off down the street. Thump, thump, thump. Has he gone? Whispered Billy's mum. Billy peered around the door. Yes, he's gone, he said. Then Billy walked out into the street. The street was still empty. Mr. White's garden gate was hanging off the hinges. The Humble's cabbage were trampled to the ground. Mrs. Atwell cat was on the roof of her house, quivering for fright. One by one the villagers appeared. Is it safe? They asked. Yes, said Billy, he's gone. But it's time we did something. Getting letters is supposed to be fun. We're all too scared to do anything, they said. Well, I'm not, said Billy. I'm going to write the postman a letter and ask him to stop frightening us. The crowd gasped. Oh, and I'm going to deliver it myself. Wow, isn't that a brave Billy? Chapter 3. That very day, Billy sat down and wrote his letter. Dear Mr. Postman, my name is Billy and I live in the village. I am writing to ask you to please stop frightening us, please. Mr. Homer is very upset about his cabbages and Mrs. Atwell's cat won't come down from the roof. We would like to be friends with you. Best wishes, Billy. He wrote Mr. Postman on the envelope and put the letter inside. Then Billy sat off towards the woods where the giant postman lived. Don't go, Billy, cried his mom. Don't go, Billy, cried the villagers. But Billy kept on going, past the baker, past the shoe shop, past the school, and until the last reached the woods. The woods were very dark. Billy heard strange noises. Crack, crack, rattle, crack. He began to feel frightened. Crack, crack. He wanted to go back. Crack, crack. But he made himself go on. Rustle, rustle. Faster and faster he went. At last he came to a clearing where there stood a big house. Billy was surprised to see that the garden was full of flowers. He walks up to the door. Tap, tap, tap. Billy knocked on the giant postman's door. Nobody came. Tap, tap, tap. He knocked a little louder. At last, he heard footsteps. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Then Billy saw a giant eye peering through the keyhole. What do you want? Bellowed the giant postman. I've brought a letter, said Billy, standing. What do you mean? Said the giant postman. I delivered the letters. It's a letter for you, said Billy. Slowly the door opened. The giant postman stared at Billy. He took the envelope and peered at it. Slowly, slowly he pulled out a letter. He read it over and over again. Billy shifted his feet nervously on the doorstep. He was all alone with the giant postman. Billy felt very scared. Then he noticed the giant postman was wearing slippers and had holes in the elbows of his jumper. Billy looked at his face and thought he saw him smile. But the giant postman turned away and closed the door without a word. Billy ran all the way home, through the dark woods. At last he reached his house. "Oh, Billy!" cried his mom. "Thank goodness you are safe." "He read my letter," said Billy, "but he didn't say a word. I hope I haven't made him angry." But that night, Billy remembered the garden full of flowers. He remembered the slippers and the woolly jumper with holes. The giant postman didn't seem so frightening without his uniform and his great big boots. Chapter 5. The next morning, Billy looked out of his window. It wasn't long before he saw people running to hide. Thump, thump, thump. The giant postman was coming. Great big boots cracked the pavement. The great big boots shook the houses. Thump, thump, thump. The giant postman was right outside Billy's house. "It's under the table!" screamed Billy's mum. But Billy opened the window. "Good morning, Mr. Postman," he said. The giant postman pulled an enormous envelope, and it was marked Billy. "I've got a letter for you," he said. Then he stomped off down the empty street. Thump, thump, thump. Billy ran downstairs. His hand shook as he took the letter out of the envelope. He read, "Dear Billy, thank you for your letter. I've never had one before. I don't mean to frighten people. I'm sorry about Mr. Homer's cabbages. I'm afraid I'm a bit clumsy in my boots. Will you write to me again tomorrow, please? It's my birthday. Your friend, Mr. Postman." Aw, he sounds like a friendly giant. Billy smiled and ran into the street. "It's all right," he said, waving the letter. "You can come out." He danced up and down until the crowd had gathered around him. Then he showed them the letter. "Never had a letter?" said Mr. Homer. "Poor thing," said Mrs. Atwell. "He sounds a bit lonely," said Mr. White. "I don't think he's scary at all," said a little girl. "I'm going to make him a birthday card." "Oh, I think he would enjoy that." "I suppose he can't help being clumsy in those big boots," said Billy. Just then he had an idea. Chapter 6. That night the villagers didn't sleep. Lights burned in all the houses. Delicious smells came from the baker's and loud noises from the shoe shop. Bang, thump, brrr. What do you guys think they made the postman? Up and down the street, people climbed ladders and tied knots. Just as dawn broke, everything was ready. The villagers stood by their windows and waited and waited. Thump, thump, thump. The giant postman was coming. Thump, thump, thump. The great big boots stopped in their tracks. The giant postman stared and stared. What do you think he's staring at? Banners and balloons hung from every house and from every lamppost. The banners read, "To our postman, a very happy birthday." The villagers' band began to play. Drum, 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 toot, toot, toot. The villagers rushed out into the street, waving birthday cards. Wow, that sounds like a very happy birthday. Billy came out of the shoe shop, pulling a card. The card was the biggest parcel you had ever seen. "Happy birthday, Mr. Postman," said Billy. "This present is from all of us." Gently off the paper and lifted the lid off the great big box. "Just what I've always wanted," he gasped. Giant Postman held up a big pair of new trainers. "Try them on," the villagers cried. So he tried them on. "They're perfect," he said. "They're so soft and springy." He walked up and down without a single thump. Then the giant postman smiled a great big smile, and the villagers cheered. Wasn't that so nice of the villagers to make a giant pair of sneakers for the postman? Wow, how's that of them? "Time for a party," Billy yelled. "Time for a party," everybody cried. The giant postman danced down the street. "Time for a party," he bellowed with delight. This is the very, very best birthday ever. And that's the end of The Giant Postman. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.